Hey guys, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel again, and if you're new, then welcome. I make videos helping you guys to make money online with eBay dropshipping. So I have had quite a few new subscribers recently. My channel has grown loads. So for all the newcomers, thank you for subscribing and welcome. I hope you guys are finding the videos helpful. So because we do have so many newcomers and I do get a lot of questions, and one of the questions that I get is, do you know anywhere that I can get a course or find out more detailed information about eBay dropshipping? Actually, I do. For those of you who don't know, have a course on eBay dropshipping. I don't mention it in all of my videos. The link is in the description of all of my videos if you guys are interested in checking it out. So that course launched at the end of January this year. And since I did the main video kind of telling you guys who were waiting for it that it had launched, I haven't done any updated videos about it. So I wanted to just do this video for those of you guys who are maybe interested in the course, aren't really sure about it, don't know exactly what it involves. That's the biggest question I get a lot is, does your course teach X, Y, and Z? Is it suitable for me? So I want to go through it all in a lot more detail just to let you guys know what the course is about and if it might be for you. So before I get started, we'll get the main questions out of the way, which is, how much is the course? So the course is currently £99. Price is obviously in pounds because it is an eBay UK dropshipping course. Now, when I launched the course, I did let you guys know in that first video that the price was going to be a kind of introduction price and that it would be going up in future. The reason why it's still at the same price is because I haven't added a huge amount more to the course up until now. I did go in and do a few updates, which I'll go over shortly, but the course hasn't massively changed. That is going to be changing soon. On the 1st of July, I will be relaunching the course with some added updates. And because of that, the price is going to go up just slightly from £99 to £120. So if any of you were interested in signing up, before we get to the 1st of July, I am going to be doing a special promotion. So the next 10 people who sign up to the course will get 20% off. So if you look in the description of this video, there is a link to the course, and underneath the link, there is a promo code. That promo code is only valid for 10 uses. So if you're watching this video in the very distant future, you've probably already missed out on the offer. So once that offer expires, the price will be £99 again, up until the 1st of July when it will be £120. The next question that I always get is, I'm not from the UK, is the course suitable for me? So the course obviously focuses around eBay UK, and the main sections that are specifically UK focused are the suppliers that I review in the course, because they're obviously all UK suppliers. And then some of eBay's policies are slightly different for eBay UK. But other than that, all of the processes are transferable if you are in another market. So what I'm going to do now is go over the course as it is and also talk you through some of the changes that are coming. On the 1st of July, I will, of course, do another video just taking you guys through in more detail what the updates have been. So sections 1 and 2, naturally, are just an introduction. The first part is an introduction to the course. And if you sign up to the course, it also includes my contact information as well as a link to our Facebook mastermind group, which is for students only. The second section of the course, a lot of you may not know, is actually free to view. And this section is an introduction to dropshipping, explaining what the business model is and what you would actually need before you started dropshipping. So the first two sections are available to preview. It also gives you a chance just to kind of see my teaching style. Everyone learns in different ways. I've tried to simplify this as much as possible so that anyone from a beginner would be able to understand the full process of dropshipping. So in case you didn't know, you can go and view that section of the course completely for free without signing up. Section 3 is all about setting your business up, starting from the basics, how to set up your eBay and PayPal account. It also goes through account settings. So for those of you who already have an eBay account existing, maybe you've sold on eBay before as a private seller or a reseller who buys things and sells them, or just sold things from around your house, there are some settings which you'll want to look at and update if you start using your account for the dropshipping business model. It also goes over PayPal jail, how to deal with it, as well as eBay account limits, listing limits, how many items you're allowed to list when you first start out. It explains all of that. So section 4 is product sourcing. This is all about finding the items that you're going to be selling on your eBay store. So this section is going to be updated for the 1st of July. And the reason why is because I go over my top 5 most used sources for dropshipping. And one of those top 5 is actually Tesco's Direct. So some of you in the UK may already know this, but Tesco's Direct is actually going to be closing down on the 9th of July. So that website will no longer be available. We're obviously going to have to make some changes there. So I'm going to take Tesco's Direct out of that section and insert some of the new suppliers that I have been using, testing, trying out, and really loving. What I also have in that section about suppliers is the tips and tricks, because every supplier is different and they all have their quirks and things you need to kind of bear in mind when you're using them. This section also goes over another one of the biggest questions, which is what items sell on eBay. So here I explain to you the kind of items which you should be choosing, the kind of items you shouldn't be choosing, what sort of stuff to look out for, and it's just a guide to help you get started. There's also an exercise in there to help you choose items, and of course there's some examples of items that you could choose within that exercise. Now section 5 is the moneymaker. This is all about listing items and optimizing your titles, how to create titles that sell. Optimization of your titles is how we make our margin with this business strategy. And it also answers the popular question of how can I sell an item for 40% more when there are other people selling the item on eBay for cheaper. It shows you a real life example of how this is possible. Section 6 is about using dropshipping softwares, and this section is also going to be changed. So originally when I started, I was using SKUGrid and HydroLister. I then moved over to Hustle Got Real. So at the moment, this section includes a brief overview on each of those softwares. Now, I no longer use HydroLister and SKUGrid, and also those softwares, I believe, are changing. They're merging into one. And because I've never used that software in its current state, I don't want to have outdated information in my course or teach you guys something that I don't do. I'm going to be taking out the SKUGrid and HydroLister section and really doing more of a deep dive into Hustle Got Real. The software at the moment has so many useful features that you can use, not just for listing and tracking, but for running your eBay business day to day. And they have new features coming all the time. So I really want to have more of a detailed guide into how to get the most out of that software. Section 7 is another really important one. I feel like they're all really important. But section 7 is about profitability, basically how not to lose money when you're dropshipping on eBay. This goes through what you absolutely need to know before you get started to make sure that you are not selling items at a loss, which a lot of people do without the proper guidance when they first get started. In response to some feedback from you guys, I also added an overview on VAT, and I've gone over a specific example of a sale, what the profit looks like before you're VAT registered, and then gone over it again once you are VAT registered, just to show you how your profit would change. Of course, I can't give you guys specific tax advice for your business in your situation. When you get to the point when you need to be VAT registered, of course, you're going to have to consult an accountant. I can't do that for you. So section 8 is about processing your orders, and the process there hasn't changed. Obviously, that would be the same, and that's something that's transferable regardless of what market you're in. It just goes over the checklist you need to go through when you're processing your orders, things you need to bear in mind as you do this. When it comes to keeping track of your profits, the course currently goes over how to do this using a spreadsheet, which is fine when you start off. However, as your business grows, or maybe for those of you who really aren't good at spreadsheets, really hate spreadsheets and want something a little bit more automated, I'm going to be adding in how I have been tracking my orders using QuickBooks. So for those of you who have been following me, you may already know I started off using QuickBooks, then I went and started using Xero, and I'm actually back to QuickBooks. The reason why I switched around is because I didn't realize that QuickBooks does have a version that supports multi-currencies, because I sell in the UK and the US. I was using the self-employed version. I'm now using a different version of the software. So I'm going to be adding in a guide for you guys on how you can upload your transactions into QuickBooks the easiest way. And this just means that when it comes time to file your taxes, you're not going to have a huge load of work to do. Section 9 is customer service, and nothing has changed here. It's how to handle things like out of stocks, if the customer says the item didn't arrive. And I also have some customer service scripts that you guys can use and kind of customize to your situation. And it takes you through, if this has happened, then this is a script you could use. I would suggest that you kind of tailor it so it doesn't seem like a copy and pasted response, because then they know you actually care about their situation and you're not just copying and pasting, or your VA isn't just copying and pasting standardized responses. Section 10 is all about managing your eBay account, making sure that you don't go below standard. I have seen people time and time again jump into dropshipping and get started and not knowing the proper way to deal with out of stocks or cancellations, and have their eBay account drop below standard within the first month. And that is an absolute no-no. You cannot afford to have that happen, because if you lose your eBay account, you probably won't be able to get it back. It also goes over feedback, how important feedback is, and also shows you how to get negative feedback removed if it is eligible to be removed. The newest sections of the course show you how you can expand into the US market as an eBay UK seller. So this is if you already have an eBay UK account, how you can just quickly expand into the US market. So I also go over in the next sections how you can use Kmart, which is one of the suppliers I've been using. And the last section, which is being updated, is how to use Home Depot. So I actually have started a second eBay store, which is just for Home Depot items. And this is a UK store. So it's something any of you UK sellers can do if you did want to test out the US market. The only reason I've started a completely separate account for it is because within my UK business, I do use multiple different suppliers. So for my US business, I definitely wanted to simplify things. So the Home Depot section is something I'm going to be working on in the future. That might not be completed by July 1st, just to let you guys know. But what is already in there, which is probably the most relevant for international sellers, is how you can actually pay for things on Home Depot and the best way to get gift cards for Home Depot. That's already available. So hopefully you guys have found this information helpful. For those of you who are wondering what's in my course, whether it would be useful to you. So as I said, the first 10 people to use the discount code below will get a 20% discount off of the current course price. And the course will be remaining at the introductory price until the 1st of July, when it will be going up to £120 for those of you who were interested. Any questions you might have about the course, leave them in the comment section below and I'll be answering them. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more content that helps you guys to make money online with eBay dropshipping. And I will see you in the next video.